for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Who's back? Back again. If you haven't guessed by now, it's Hunter. Yeah. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna continue this. That was awful. But yeah, Hunter's back. Unfortunately, Mr. Solo has been he's gone. Good night, sweet prince. We'll miss you. You gave us some beautiful moments. You pulled in a clutch at an important moment of the game, and you did your team proud. I've got to be honest. It's not Hunter. It's Eminem. Wait, actually, if you're being specific, it's Shady. And I know Eminem is shit, but they don't say Eminem is back. So, either way, Lenny's bought nades. I'm pretty sure this is a knife round, so oh well. But yeah, Solo is gone. Go follow him on Twitter. Tell him how much you love him. Beautiful man. And I still have to say, you gotta give props to Kinguin for just waiting for over half an hour to just be like, yeah, no, if you can get this sorted, it's fine by us. So I'm liking the sportsmanship, even though they're probably regretting it now considering they lost. But let's just rule that bit out. I suppose they lost with the standing anyway, so 2K17 to 2K17. You will be missed. Yes, Slim Shady does look an awful lot like Eminem. Weird. Really weird. Julia. Like Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana. Something similar then, yeah. And Marshall as well. Odd. Either way, we are going to be going into the pistol round. Kinguin starting on the T side. This is their map choice. But can the return of Hunter, return of the Mac, see, we got a different song now. Can he spur on Binary Dragons to take this map as well? T-side going to be waiting. Joxic, not so much. He's going to go for the early peek, try and find out at least a little bit of early information. He does spot a couple of players. I don't think he would have spotted the bomb because it was on the floor. These are going to be pushing in that direction. Looking like they're going to attempt to split onto the A site. Now, Joxic hasn't spotted out much more as of yet, so he's probably not going to be risking too much. Thank you, Vetkin. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Third map is Nuke, and then it really gets... Oh, then it gets really interesting. I'm not sure where that's going to be going at all. DP Roar is pretty good at Nuke. Maybe it will just run in the Polish veins. B-side now looking to take control the long portion of A. A little bit of a rotation coming in from the CT side, though. They aren't set up to defend early. But they will be able to peek out now. Running in onto the side. This is ballsy from Joxic. He wants to take the fight. He doesn't want to retake. And he's not going to retake because he's dead. Bomb will be going over towards the side itself and be planted by the T side. Spear already finding another. And did Mihu just fade away shot? Just like, yeah, no, casual shot through the smoke, easy peasy. Barely even looking. Doesn't even have his monitor on either. While Lenny's trying his best, he'll go down to 2 HP. The run through will net Mouse a kill. And Hunter, he may be back. He may have got a kill, but this time he does have to save. I would love to get to higher iterations of tournaments later. Are you smoking? No. Unless I'm like more like a steam train where I get really, really heated and then it comes out my nose. Guessing that's what you meant. Thomas the Train. Or the tank engine, as it's more commonly known. T-side investing into AKs once again. We've seen this previously from Kinguin, but still Binary Dragons were able to do an awful lot of damage in these pistol rounds. They've been pretty good. It is good for my health, yes. I feel like it'd be weird if I did smoke, because I feel like that's a great way to screw up my lungs. But each their own, each their own. Maybe it'll make my voice a little bit more raspy. Don't think it's worth it. Flash gonna go in completely blind as Spiro and his teammate tries his best to defend him, but Hyper is too slow. He's not moving at hyper speed, at least in this situation. Either way, T's are gonna have to fight from a man down. Rotation has come in over towards the A side a little bit. And Nano do it again, not quite. Bralin looking for the peak. Nice snap. Takes the head off one. Neno's still waiting. A little bit of an unorthodox position. Gonna go pushing. The flashbangs are so good from Binary Dragons. They've been excellent all the way through this game. Letney gonna find another. Gives them the advantage once again, but they're up against AKs now. They just need to whittle away these players, not take head-on fights, although that's going fairly well. It's all onto Mouse, and Emmy takes his head off. Team Ace for Binary Dragons, the Pistol Kings, as they manage to take the second round. Cast often. Yeah, I cast quite a lot. Especially when these sort of cups are on, and also, hopefully soon there'll be some more Starladder stuff, you know? You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, where have you been? T-side are going to invest back in themselves. They are not happy with that second round defeat, but Neno takes two, and he even runs away. Bralin, he doesn't like chickens, so he's going to go hunting. No escape, no surrender. Spiro, actually going to finish off a second, and they're doing very well with these pistols. It didn't start too strong, but it's finishing much better. I'll give you one guess as to who's getting banned in a minute. 3 versus 2. Both players going to be pushing in. Letney going to be able to get one. Bringing it back to a 2 versus 2. In the range game, they have the advantage, but it doesn't seem to matter. Rarland takes the first, and the second will go to Mihu. They turn things back around. Time to say goodbye. Permaban, goodbye to you. No, thank you. I don't want any of that. Bye. The observer, caster, comedian, mod. One of those was a lie. Probably the third one. Nice entry from me, who takes the head off already. Joxic doesn't stand a chance. Me on the site. Got his deagle in hand. Molotov. Ah, that's unfortunate. It's spread over the wall. He's just on the edge. More ways than one, and gonna get wiped out. Neno with the swag 7 is able to get himself a kill, but not really expecting too much more. Silvercaster, yep. Oh, I'm actually supreme, but that's not the point. Bralin gonna be holding back, trying to make sure that if they do look to save their weapons over towards the T spawn, gonna get closed down. And to be honest, I don't really have that much to save. The Mag 7 will be nice. The Letney Deagle may be able to do a little bit of extra damage, but not really expecting too much from the next round. And Kinguin, after the mistakes of the second, have definitely rectified the problem. And the thing is, actually breaking back, although it's not ideal, it can actually set you up to do a little bit better in terms of the overall money and the early start on the T side. Because normally you get to pick up some extra weapons in that second round. I am 22 years old. Oh, I should have used the Taylor Swift joke again. I'm running out of chances. I need a song that has the word 23 in it. Find one for me. Hyper. Finds the first kill but gets dinked in the meantime. The majority of players are over towards the B site, but this is all an elaborate ruse. They've been baited in. They're going to feel like fools once the bomb goes down on the other site. Rotation is going to try and come back in, but it's not going to happen. Can't really hope to achieve too much. And Letney, Nano, like honestly, saving the Mag 7's not the worst thing in the world. Minus for cred. What cred? I think my street cred's at an all-time low. Mihu gonna catch out Emmy as he tries to push through the smoke. Oh, there we go. Nano gonna be able to get out through the boost. You see, Joxic doesn't actually have anything, so if he can just hold somebody on the rotations, it may help them out. Getting extra weaponry. Letney gonna go down in the meantime. If they could take down Shapiro and grab his AK, that's the best case scenario here. You're gonna have to go running through a smoke. Jumping over will spot him at least. But either way, Kinguin gonna take a 4-1 lead. I have never had street cred. The double swag 7 by Joxic and Neno. I'm going to give you a top tip about the stream site. You just have to have it open. You could just watch it on a normal stream. Just saying. Have it open and then leave this one in the normal way you have it. Bang. What mic am I using? The Razer Siren, although they don't sponsor me. So I'm using the unbranded microphone Siren. Push going to be coming in. Holding close. Will they expect the second? Mouse, I think he's a little bit skeptical. Mihu, however, is not. He's going to get magged. Only one, though. Joxic is not quite on the level of Snacks. Alright, out duel. Name sounds like it should be from, like, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Film or something. From Letney is actually going to get him an extra frag, though. In the back lines. Hunter, not really in the best situation here. He's got multiple players surrounding him. 3v3. Letney gonna be able to find one and the second. This has been a massive round from him, and Hunter converts another. They will win even with the dual mag 7s. That will be 2-4. T-side, no problems buying back up. As said, this sort of monetary position where they lose the second round and manage to win the next 3, it just benefits them so much. You have still 6,000 in the bank for Roland going into round number 7. I don't know if they had the mag 7. If they did, I didn't notice. XM's the best shotgun. If you disagree, you're wrong. Neno going to hold on to his trusty mag 7. Kept it from the previous round. Doesn't have a whole lot of utility left after throwing it early doors. Trying to make sure nobody can push aggressively onto him. Of course, Kinguin trying to come up with a comeback here after losing the first map. It was the pick of Binary Dragons, it has to be said, but facing off against their coach, that was a great opportunity for Kinguin to get a map lead and then go on to their choice. Lets you Jackson Pollock the walls with your enemies. That is probably one of my favorite quotes ever. I may steal that. I suppose I just did. XM is fun now. B side, they've all gathered up over towards this A side of the map. Emmy and Joxic trying to hold on. Emmy will find a first, and more needs to be done. Joxic falls within seconds. The rotation is going to come barreling through. Aggression from Neno. He does a lot of damage, but it's not quite enough. The man advantage will stick with Kinguin. Looks like they're actually going to duck out of this one. The money's not great. A little bit disappointed, if I'm honest, but retaking with an AWP and no utility is going to be very, very difficult. What's the map score of the first? 16-14, right? I may be wrong on that one. Seems like it was such a long time ago. Hey, and oh, Einfatch Robin. You know, that's what I'm going for. If I'm wrong, apologies.
Terrorists win.
13. Okay, I was off by 1. I got a little bit too excited with the solo series. Solo Saga. Damn it, that would have been better. Scoreline just slipped my mind. And before you say, yes, I realize it says 1,460 viewers, but that is total over the whole tournament and not just that second. I thought it might be German. It does sound very German. Because Ein is 1, right? 1, 2, 3. Don't know the rest. I think everybody knows the first 3. Nobody knows. Clearly didn't listen to what I said about 30 seconds ago. Either way. Just gonna ignore that. Gonna pretend he didn't say that, because I feel like I want to hit my head on the desk. Up close, we've got Emmy. He has to be careful, because players are already going to be wrapping around into that long position. The CT side have forced this round. Use the song Crazy. I will look into that. I'm going to need to. I feel like 22 is such an easy reference, though, because everybody knows it, even if they don't want to. Hyper going to be going through the smoke. Has to be careful. Hunter, his life is in his teammates' hands, and it will remain that way. Nice work from Emmy and Hunter, but they need to continue it on. It's not going to happen because Mihu is on fire. However, the trades will come in. Joxic does the same back. A free AWP for him all day long. And the CT side will manage to convert straight back onto the Kinguin guys. Now, they still have money to buy. No problems there. But the next round loss is going to be a heavy hitter to whoever loses it. Hello, Mysterious27. How do I get some good drops? I don't know about good drops, but you can get drops by going to streambonus.com. And if you go there and fill in 50%, then while you're watching the stream, you can get drops. Creatively doesn't need sleep. He's been given ultimate power on the majority of streams. Pushing out. Been a beast in this series so far. 11 and 3 at the moment. But it's going to be Hunter, the man who is back. And he's back with a vengeance. Dumbledore doubles down. Is what I meant to say as the smoke wall begins to fade away. CT side are going to try and push back in. It won't matter because Spiro's got the number of Neno. Joxic misses a vital shot but takes the head off of Hyper. Now goes looking. Mihu in the corner's been spotted. He goes down as well. Joxic trying to do it all alone, but Spiro's still standing, looking to try and hold on in this situation. Can he be a wizard just like Dumbledore? No, he cannot. He is caught out from the CT side, who go hunting for the bomb. And it will be 5-4. Bomb plant is going to help. Gives them more of a chance. To be fair, He's a mod in quite a lot of channels because he's very good at it. I have to give props. Props where props are due. Just like bigging up Solo, you gotta big up. Is it creatively or creatively? I don't even know. Creatively. It's just hard to read because you didn't put an E in there. But I guess that might have been taken. Creatively. I can't read. Just remember that, guys. I cannot read. Creatively. Okay, that's fine. Can I read? 4 to 5. Double orb setup once again. Letney, Joxic waiting. He was a beast in the last round. Oh, it was already taken. Fair dues. Up close. Emmy going to be waiting. Mouse has already gone through. He's going to take down one. Now Emmy's the man to do the work. He's got Neno for support. And they are cleaning up shop. But we do see a trade. Sparrow looking to get that bomb. Joxic doesn't give him the time of day. Not a second thought before he decimates his opponent. But Mouse is trying to be sneaky. Can't do too much in this situation. 24 HP, and he will fall. 5 to 5. Binary Dragons even up the scoreline. The reign of terror of Kinguin seems to be over, as they will not be able to buy in this round. Oh, do you want to hear a brilliant story? So I had a problem with Twitter where I was like, that Tombiz guy, he's taken my name. What a horrible person. I could never get the name. I was stuck with Tombiz14, so I decided to message the guy. I tried everything. I contacted Twitter. Then one day I thought, what if I had made the account and I guessed the password in one go, deleted the account, and switched my name? So, for anybody who wonders if I am actually an idiot, yes I am. I am the stupidest person to have ever lived on this planet. I was blocking myself from having my own Twitter name. Pistols once again for Kinguin. Gonna try and do some damage in this round. Make things a little bit more costly. CT side are yet to build up too much cash, except for Jopsic, who's got enough to buy another AWP if he really wants it. The drop down push will be coming in. Nano's in a decent position. But they're actually going to go jumping through. Got a little bit of positioning. Nano waiting. He's so well placed. Finds one. Peeks out. Looks for a second. It's sketchy. Will actually go down in the meantime. But Hyper is not long for this world. I just saw the phrase, Tom, I just play with Brits in a pug. I didn't see the rest. I'm guessing it went badly. Six to 5. Binary Dragons take the lead on the CT side. Looking good so far. It's only really been Mihu. It's the man at the top of the board. Still top fragging. Joxic's been playing passive so far, and it's been working. I've managed some damage in some of these rounds. As you can see, CT side haven't built up too much money as of yet. Molotov is going to do some damage. Letney should have heard that. Instead, whoa, that's a mistake. Hyper's going to get the first frag for free. Hunter looking to trade it and will do. He's definitely been missed. Look at him, top of the board. Solo, we love you, but Hunter's a different breed. I'm going to be lining up with Molotov. Perfectly placed. All of these smokes going to be falling in over towards A now. Mihu spotted Joxic just quick enough on the trigger to take him down. Mouse. Stuck behind a smoke. They've only got 30 seconds up and coming on the clock. There's not a whole lot of utility for the remaining players to use on the CT side. But Emmy finding that kill in middle is going to make things very difficult indeed. They now have a one-pronged attack. And I don't know if you've ever used a fork, but going from one direction, that makes it a knife. Hopefully, they can cut off the head of these remaining CT players. They've already found one, but they've got to cross to the side. That's going to be the difficult thing with Joxic on the flick. 6 seconds left. Mouse, well, he's got to go running, try and escape, and they're not going to let him. Kinguin lose another. 5 in a row now for Binary Dragons. Say goodbye to Kinguin. Global warming detected. I like it. Tech 9s, grenades, aggression. That's what I'm expecting in this round. Molotov going to be going out. One will be thrown in return, but Mihu has already managed to sneak past. He's got his trusty deagle in hand. Looking for Letney, who's actually just going to look to fall back. Mouse running through, finds the first kill, leaves Letney alone. He's got himself an AWP, but whiffs the shot. And Mihu takes his head clean off. Already a 2-man advantage now for Kinguin. Of course, it's going to be the pistols. Of course, it's going to be the weaker buy. And while CT side now, they've got a decision to make. Do they risk it? Neno's so low. Joxic may just want to try and take one on the exit. Not really expecting them to go for anything in this round. Re-AWP for Spiro, though, and that should actually be a couple of other weapons as well if they can retrieve them before they get out of the sight. Mihu gonna go looking something at least. Finds himself a gun. Ralem finds himself an M4 as well. And that's a very successful round. Massive in terms of economy. The pistol buy, the half buy, has worked wonderfully.
Terrorists win.
Only a single AWP this time. Letney has decided to not do that again. But I can see why. It didn't go very well the first time. And the money starting to be expended now for the CT side. Joxic and Neno have a little bit to spare. But the rest of the team will be struggling. T-side just spread out across the map. Trying to make sure there's no ability for aggression. With a peek coming out. Jump made. Neno is close. They're going to jump up, but Rallen takes the head off. Hunter just going to try and fade away. The nade is dropped in. Molotov thrown down. Make sure there's no chance for a trade. Kinguin looking for their 7th, and they've set themselves up nicely to do so. Flashbang going to be coming in. Drop control will be taken. Hunter going to go rotating back towards the window to take a different angle. Now the T's themselves have started to gather up over towards this A site. Joxic has been excellent. Top of the board so far. He's going to need to continue that fashion. Finds the first. Mihu's the one to repeat. Missed shot, but he's got support. The boost in play. Hunter has already taken down that rotation. Another for Joxic. Peeks back in. Well-timed shots. And he is here again and again and again and again. Easy stuff for Binary Dragons as they line them up. They knock them down. And they take the 8th round. The half has been won for the CT side. Double AWP set up now for the T's. Hello. Mihu on the deagle. May not even be that much more of a weakness for him. Very talented youngster. See what he can do in this round. Joxic going to be taking a different angle this time. Hello, Shara. 99. Bit of an aggressive push coming out from Hunter as well. Not happy with his top fragger mantle being taken away by Joxic, so he's going to try get some frags this round, up close. They're going to be pushing in his direction. Molotov going to go down, but he is ruined! And Mouse finds another in the meantime. These pistols are just too powerful. Nice shot from Neno, though. He's going to at least trade one back, bring it into a 3 versus 4, make it a little bit more possible. As now, Neno going back in is wrecked by Spiro. He hasn't had the AWP much in the last few rounds, but this time he gets it in hand. Joxic and Emmy, they've got to be going for this. It's the last round of the half. There's no reason not to. They've taken the win in the half already. This would just be the icing on the cake. Push going to be going through. Emmy finds another smoke. He'll go down as well. 1 kill comes in. The Joxic AWP battle continues with him in favor. But it's an 8-7 half. Very close. This 5-round streak turning the tide of things as Binary Dragons now look to go onto the T side. And try and win this out in a 2-0 fashion. Yeah, Solo just stood in while the ping issues were happening. And since Hunter's fixed his internet, he's come back. I'm pretty sure so far not a single invited team has won a game. I just want to point that out. There were 4 teams invited to the latter stages. And none of them have won a game. We'll see if that changes here. It has to be Kinguin to do it, otherwise all of the teams in the earlier stages will be going through. But already it's a nice start. Hunter again with the pistols, looking for more. Can't quite find anything as of yet, but he'll get himself a 3rd. Big pistol round from Hunter, and I think that's his mantle back. See you later, Joxic. You're down to 2nd place as Hunter's back to play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wait, let me have a look. Let me have a look. So, X-Tricked, they're invited. Lost to North Academy. iGame, they're invited. Not lost to X-Tartus. Tengri, they're invited. Lost to Imperial. The only one left is Kinguin. Will Binary Dragons make it the clean sweep? Ooh! Ooh! Oh! Disgusting. Mihu with the dirty deeg. Peeks out, finds that first. Strikes fear into the hearts of these T players. They're still going to go pushing towards A site. Up close is going to be Rarlan with the CZ. Molotov will clear 1 angle, but there's 3 angles to check. There's another one close left, which is more likely to be pre-fired than the one that he currently sits in. Flash out. Holding the angle, but he won't be able to connect. And Mihu will fall as well. The first dig may have just been a bit of a fluke. Spiro gets another. At least making things close. There's still a man on the site as well in Hyper. He's got the deagle. Rotation from Spiro will be coming in as well. Trying to catch people on the cross. They're going to come in behind him. They haven't checked the site. That's a mistake. Leaves it all onto Neno, and he'll go down. It's not the hero that we expected in Hyper, but he is the one that Kinguin needed. 9-8. After the pistol round, Binary Dragons look set. Instead, the momentum swings. T-side are going to invest themselves back in. CT side have themselves 3 rifles along with a couple of SMGs. Seen how powerful these pistols can be. A lot of bit of utility to play with as well. In fact, 3 smokes. Mihu with an AK is ever deadly. Especially when he has people pushing into his crosshairs. And that's the one thing with the sort of, like, I suppose, later iterations of Counter-Strike players. Crosshair placement is ridiculous. I wish I had that. Crosshair placement is worse than Stevie Wonder's. Mihu. Left alone on the site. The push is going to be coming in. The rotation from Rallen will be quick enough to actually give him some support, but he has to fall back to the site. Already, they're going to get up close, but Rallen's there with the MP9. Mihu tapping away, missing shots. I compliment your crosshair placement, and then he can't hit anything. Hyper, however, is back again. But it's now on to Hunter. 2 kills for him. Mao's the last one left alive. And 4 going to be picked up. They're going to go running in. But Hunter's there again. 3 kills. This man with a pistol is just incredible. Say too soon. He's not dead. Hey, he has one of the best singing voices of all time. I don't even care. So, I love me a bit of Stevie Wonder. Backwards and forwards. Game continues. Thank you, Kalzar. I like you too. 10 to 8. Only Mihu over towards the safe side of the map. Hasn't been much noise made yet by the T side. I love all of you guys. Even the haters. From the UK. Mihu. Is he about to meet his demise? Oh, Deagle shot will connect the first. And he's going to get the second as well. This man is always good for at least one, but the bomb is going to be planted in the meantime. His position, though, is great for retakes. Him staying alive is just a pain in the ass. That's all that could really be said. Annoyance. Mihu, another one. The inspirational DJ Khaled once said. Now they are in a 5 versus make it 1. Who knows? Everybody's falling. Mihu's got his 3rd kill. Spiro's looking for more. And the Deegs have done it once again. What is going on? Can we ever see a 4-by round? I don't think so. CT side with the Deagles. Mihu with 3 kills. I don't even know anymore. Oh, did you just say Kinguin? Oh, I feel sick. That's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. Can I marry you? Are you rich? No. I ain't saying she a gold digger. Push going to be coming out. It's back again. Another force buy. And Emmy's going to start things off. Smoke setup creating a wall all through the site that Spiro looks to try and spray through. Rallen looking to do the same, but instead, maybe just the patience will pay off. Rallen through the smoke. Spiro with another. What can Neno do? They might not expect him to be this close. He walked through the smokes. I don't think they know he's there at least yet, but there we go. Neno's going to pounce. Catches one. He's got a lot of work to do. Can't do anything more. It's down to Letney and Joxic. Tech 9 and UMP. The range game not going to be in their favor. Spraying wild. Letney can't quite connect the shots, and he will fall. Bomb is going to be defused, and Kinguin will finally get the 2 in the row that was needed. Are you going to be casting? Oh, no. I'm not going to be casting the major matches. No, I am not. I think it'll be the normal duos, right? It'll be Henry Sadakist, James DDK, and a similar, right? I'd assume. Barred off at majors. Every time there's always a catchphrase. Eastside can't really afford to invest into this one, so the lead will be taken by... Oh, no. Well, it should be taken by Kinguin. It's not guaranteed as of yet. Who won the first map? Don't know. Sure. Hunter. We have to find one. Actually, retrieve a rifle for his teammate as well. Hunter. So good with these pistols. Just another one for him. Surely not. Surely not. Letney gonna go pushing. Finds a dink, but does barely any damage. That's the power of the Glock. And now, normality restored. Hunter, you've been impressive this round. What more could you do? He gets himself one more. Looking to try and shut down Mouse as well. He's gonna get it. How is this happening? Hunter with 4 kills. It's Mihu up against him. 1 versus 1. He has to go for the headshot. It's not quite to be, but what an incredible round from Hunter. 4 kills with the Tech 9. Not quite enough in this situation, but it sets them up wonderfully for the next round. Stop saying Kinguin. It hurts. Or what was it the other guy said? Winguin. That was worse. Kinguin is fine, actually. Winguin is the worst thing I've ever heard in my whole life, and I hate it. Nade's going to do some early damage onto Emmy. They're setting up for this B site once again. It's worked when they've had pistols. That's a sound cue. Emmy's given the game away as they go pushing towards this site. Spiro waiting. Smoke's going to fall. Do they take the Krev? It doesn't look like it as they're getting shut down one by one. Letney with the snap, though. Brings it back into contention, but Hype has had enough. Another double for him. 10 to 12. Eastside can afford to invest a little bit. They're going to go back to pistols once again. If anything, this may end up being the better round for them. Max loss bonus going into the next, but the CT side seem to have found their rhythm. 4 in a row. Little bit of a fake play. They're going to try and split down drop. Only Hunter here. He managed to get 4 kills last time. In the meantime, his teammates are falling. Push going to be coming up. They've managed to get close, but it doesn't matter. Mihu will shut them down. And it's all onto this man yet again. This is a big thing to ask. Out, spots Mouse. He's trying to play the information game. And unfortunately, it's a bit too much. Nice attempt. I appreciate the trigger control. Not going to work in this scenario. 13 to 10. Double orb setup now for Kinguin. They're going for that pick style of play. The aggression to come out. Try and catch these T players off guard. Rarlan. Primary AWPer in his last team. Let's see if he can show you why. Looking for that peek in middle. Can't find anything as of yet. We'll just go for the fallback. Aggression in the meantime coming out from Mihu. He's going to take a lot of damage and... Oh, Joxy's going to go down to team kill. It's going from bad to worse for Binary Dragons. Nano, though, will be able to find one. Looks for a second, sprays wildly, resets the spray, and gets a second in the form of Rarlan. Now, the rotation coming in from the CT side. 3 players all running as fast as they can to try and help out Spiro, but he may not need the help already. Getting himself one, but the second he picks this corner, he's dead, and Hunter will be the one to finish him off. Hyper not able to trade it out either, as Mouse, 1 versus 3. It's not been his game so far. A couple of players are low. He's definitely got an opportunity here. However, like he's just going to run. Hold on to the weapon. The money isn't overly... well, big. That's the worst adjective ever. It's not prolific. There you go. That's a better word for the CT side. So he wants to make sure they have all the utility in AWP if they want it. And he can be the man to supply. Supply and demand, you know? Supply and demand. 11 to 13. T-side are in a position, though, where if they lose this next round, they're going to be hurting.
Terrorists win.
Lone Dent, don't question my English. I know I'm stupid. Leave me alone. Alright, alright. Past my bedtime, okay? My brain done turn off. Double op setup will be purchased once more for the CT side. A hefty investment, and it could be the undoing of them if they lose this round. Stop saying Kinguin. I'll find you. Joxic back on his AWP. Just looking to try and counter any further aggression, but... nobody's peeking. Not one player. Barrow the most aggressive over on that A side of the map. They have the secondary AWP on Rallen as well. Back towards Chicken Coop. Bow's as well on the tree position. Smoke not going to allow them any vision, at least for now. Hyper looking to try and peek back in. Jumps through, spots out one, finds the kill, and there's no trade. Rallen gets another. The reset may be inevitable here, but the execute is going to push forward. Emmy finds the kill with a Molotov. Didn't think that was going to be coming in, but it may not matter. The AWPs are here. The train, and kills him through a teammate. Joxic trying to hold on. 1 versus 2. For Mihu on the site, and he has been a rock for this team so far. He will continue it, even though he gets shot. Even though he gets hurt. Mihu is not letting go. Thank you, K-Lucky. I'm glad you enjoy it. I think I'm going to lose my voice by the... oh, Joxic, why? Why? Why have you done this? Not only have you bought a P90, but you've dropped a P90. I'm hoping that was a mistake. I'm really hoping that was a mistake. He will actually retrieve the AWP, so that's something at least. Come on, Letney, prove me wrong. Mouse doesn't have any head armor. It could work against him, I suppose. Push going to be coming in, though. It's a split. Hyper well positioned, left completely blind, and the P90 does get one, and it's missed shots from Hyper. Same can be said for me, who he manages just one, and now Spiro's left alone. Tagged by the AWP, he's got to go running for the hills, and somehow the Pro 90 mix by has got around for Dragons. Maybe they're not done just yet.
Has been planted.
12 to 14. The money for Kinguin. Oh, it's not good. It is not good. Just a disclaimer, guys. Just because you've witnessed a kill with the P90 does not mean that it is a good weapon. In the terms and conditions below, it does say that if you use the P90, you'll be shouted at by all of your teammates and told that you are a terrible player. And that is just by me. Thank you for reading our terms and conditions. If you would like to continue with the P90, please tick the box below and click continue. Oh, God. 14-12. The force buy will come in. Spiro, you've got to be a catalyst. You've got to be a big boy in this situation. You got the big green gun. Jax, I saw you. I see that. Not actually going to go very aggressive. They're really relying on the UMPs here. Mihu on a deagle, that's not even... That's a 4-buy. That's more than a 4-buy. That's when they need a win. He's going to be coming out. They're just going to run straight past him. Why not? Avoid the Mihu. If you can't kill him, just leave him alone. It's like prodding a poisonous snake. Just avoid it. No, look at his position. This is just dirty. He's there to hold off all rotations. Letney gonna go pushing up, and me, who's been dealt with. They've cut off the head of the snake. Neno with a comfortable kill, and this force buy has failed. Unless Spiro can do something amazing, and unfortunately, they're all just gonna leave. Leave him on his own. I've said you can have A. We're gonna go back to the B site where Mouse has got an awful lot of work to do. Be a little bit of a rotation coming out from Spiro, but I think he's just going to opt to hold on to the AWP. Neno waiting just in case he does try to rotate. But it's just not happening. Mouse may just be worth saving the UMP. It's not like the best gun in the world to save, but at this point, it could be important. Like, they don't have much loss bonus. May even be able to get himself an AK. That would be the best case scenario. They're looking to surround Spiro here. Clearing all of the angles, slowly working out... Well, they should slowly work out where he is, and that will trigger the push from the remaining players. In from behind, Neno's going to swing. Another shot hit, though, and this is costly. The more Spiro could do, the better. He's going to tag another, doing a lot of damage. He's going to peek out. One more for Spiro, and they're not getting this gun. And in fact, another will be picked up by Mouse. You cannot finish this man off. Costly stuff there for the T side. They wanted that AWP gone. But it's not going to happen. 13-14. The AWP will survive. Mouse gets an AK. That's more than they would have expected. Mihu picking up another Deeg. But the T still with a much better buy. And even going into the next round, if they take that AWP out, it's not coming back. They don't have the money for it. Bison's much better than the P90. Just go XM. This time, Spiro not going to be able to do too much, though. Already lost. There goes the AWP. The rest of the players not with a whole lot. Mouse is close by with the AK, but again, he may just want to keep that into the next round. Could be crucial for them. Especially if they want all the extra utility. Push going to be coming in. Mouse does manage to get one, but that'll be it. Shut down. Mihu and Hyper the remaining. Mihu does actually hit a shot with the Deeg, doing a nice little bit of extra damage to Neno. Hyper, nowhere in sight. Really sure what the plan is here. This is a long rotation. Maybe... Okay, he's probably trying to hold them as they go out. And I don't mean give them a cuddle. I mean shoot them in the face and steal a gun away. So we will go back to level pegging. Been a game of streaks from the CT sides at least. Hyper in a very good position here. Neno is so low. He has to get away from that bomb, but it doesn't matter. Headshot will come in. Neno will survive. Gun. There we go. That's a success for Mihu. And he gets away with it as well. Only just, but he does get away with it. Now, as said, AWP is not a possibility. 14-14. Binary Dragons looking to win the last two and take this series. Kinguin looking to take this map and survive in this series. Been 3 rounds in a row now. Money's not been great for Kinguin. They haven't had a buy in a while, but they have had an AWP. But Ralen's there to start. Bomb is going to be dropped, or almost dropped, but never mind. 2 kills go straight back. A little bit of aggression coming out from Mihu, though. He finds 1, but can't get the second. He's so close, but look at the position of Hunter. He can hold rotations. The A site is going to be firmly under the control. The only man who could stop them is going to be Bowles. He peeks out. Hunter spotted him, though. Going for the fight. He will win it, and now it's on to Spiro. 1 versus 2. Bomb going to be planted, but he'll win the first duel. Joxic. Orpa versus Orpa, but it's not an AWP in the hands of Spiro. The winner of this round could be the one to take the game. All down to mind games in this situation. Sparrow coming around the corner and wins it as well. 15-14. Binary Dragons, they get themselves 3 in a row, but the 4th and the 5th may not be coming, as now map point goes to Kinguin.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
CT side. They've got the money to buy, but it's not the best they've had. T's will have all the cash available. 15-14. Kinguin need 1 round to take this to a 3rd map. Binary Dragons need 1 round to take it to overtime. He's going to be taking long control. Mihu's waiting. 25 kills for him. The only man in front is Hunter, and that's not overly surprising. Molotov going to be going down. That will force them back. Buy him a little bit more time. Flashbang going to go over. Smoke from Mihu. He's not taking any chances in this situation. Doesn't want to overface. Doesn't want to give anything away. Still looking to be the star of the show. Spiro there with the AWP. He's definitely stepped up. Pretty poor first half of Inferno. It's been a different player since then. 30 seconds left. The B execute has to be coming. And here goes the push already. Starts things off. A couple of trades, but it's the CT side to come out on top. The AWP of Spiro not going to be hitting the shots initially. Needs to fire away here. Needs to find something. The time is ticking, though, and the push has to come in. Joxic's going to go down, and that's it. It's done. Kinguin are taking this to a 3rd map. We head on to Nuke, because Emmy has got nothing. Kinguin have done it. The comeback is finished off. And as said, map 3 is going to be looming. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed, the ! Caster will take you to my Twitter. I'll appreciate any follows I get. And I've enjoyed myself, and it's not done. It is not done. Nuke awaits you. We'll be back in a moment.